Though the man above might say hello, expect no love from the beast below.
Welcome to About Time, the Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series. And quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I don't know where the sneezing come from.
Literally, you could not make this up. Ben has been fine all day, all morning, and then literally as we're about to start recording, he starts going sniffling and sneezing about 10 times. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't know where it's come from.
Okay, well, let's try not to sniff and snort too much.
Probably allergies.
Throughout the podcast, yeah. You're allergic to Doctor Who, that's why it is.
Don't I know it.
But yeah, any news, any updates?
I've got an Olbor stick.
Yeah, you need it. I'm going to be sticking it where the sun don't shine in a minute.
No.
Life is lifing.
Life is lifing. Life is being life. Going to Mum's tomorrow for a roasty roast.
Yeah, that should be nice.
Which is going to be nice, because it's nice when I don't have to cook a roast. Oh, it was funny the other day, though.
What?
Stephen went on a course on Friday, and he took his lunch from home in a Tesco's bag. And it was just like, I just don't get it. Like, I would never take all the things I need to take in a Tesco's bag.
It was what was to hand quickly when I needed to leave.
But it's like the poor man's, like, version of a nice bag. It's not Gucci, it's not Chanel, no, it's Tesco's.
Every little helps.
Is that their slogan still?
I think so. Anyway, yeah, I went on a course yesterday, paediatric first aid course, and my knees are buggered today.
Yeah, you have to kneel on the floor.
Yeah, on the carpet and shuffle about, and not my favourite thing, but I suppose if someone's dying, then...
You do it.
You do it, yeah. But yeah, the child mannequins and the baby dolls that they have for us to practice on are the creepiest things. Yeah. And the weirdest thing was when she the trainer just said to us, oh, by the way, at the end of the day, I'm going to need you all to put your faces in the dishwasher. I'm like, okay, what she means was you have to peel off the faces of the mannequins, because we've obviously been mouth to mouth with them, and they went into the dishwasher. But yeah, the peeled off faces were creepy as well. Yeah. Oh, what have we been watching?
Heartstopper.
Yeah, series 3 of Heartstopper, which was alright.
Yeah, it was probably my second favourite series out of them all.
Next to series 1.
Series 1, series 3, series 2. I think
series 1 was the best. It was,
fairy tale.
Truly magical. And
I watched it like
a million
back
times,
to back,
yeah.
Loads of times.
And it's not an especially realistic show, but I think it's not meant to be. It's just like you can tell that it's come from where it's come from, the graphic novel.
Yeah.
It's just about moments in time, isn't it?
About first love.
Yeah. Also, I've been rewatching Being Human, because I know you wouldn't want to watch it.
No.
You tried the first series with me years ago.
I didn't enjoy it.
You didn't enjoy it. It's just fine. It's not for you, but you...
I love the concept.
Yeah.
I just don't like how it was executed.
But I think you can't deny it as a good show. Apparently, it's one of the most popular shows on iPlayer.
How many series are there? 5.
And I've just finished series 2. I have watched it before many years ago, but I don't remember a lot of it, so it's kind of quite fresh watching it now, which is nice. Yeah. But anyway, the reason we're really here is to continue our foray into the Moffat era.
Let's just say the CGI didn't get any better, did it?
Oh, what was wrong?
The fucking whale looked like a freaking penis flying through the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a whale? No, it's your mum's dildo.
You think everything looks like a penis?
I don't.
I think that says more about you.
I don't. Name another thing I called a penis.
I'm sure if you go through our back catalogue, there are things that you've said look like a penis. But yes, we've watched The Beast Below. You might be interested to know that recently Moffat was asked to rank all of his episodes that he's written for the show.
Yeah.
And this is his least favourite he's ever written for the show.
I can see why.
Okay. He says it's a bit of a mess, which...
It needed to be a two-parter.
There's a lot of cool stuff in it, I think, but it doesn't quite...
The whole thing that the UK had to evacuate the Earth is good.
Mm.
Like, that is a great thing. I like that concept. Very, if it was it, Philip Reeves?
Is it?
Mortal Engines?
Oh, yeah.
It gives me that type of vibe, but flying through space.
Yeah.
Let's start with the beginning bit, because I'm like, why the fuck is she flying through the sky? I've extended the air shield or shell. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Just do what Donna does. Stand at the door like a normal person. If he let go of her,
Yeah.
he got distracted by a Dalek just swimming around.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have saved her.
No, he couldn't.
It just wanted it. But my thing about that is, so I've got two things to say about that. One is, it looked all right. Like, they've come a long way since, do you remember Scooty in The Impossible Planet who went drifting off to the black hole?
No.
Oh, well, that looked awful. And they filmed that underwater and they tried to make it look so amazing, like she was in space, but it just looked awful.
But does your hair actually do that?
I would imagine so. But this looked all right, I think. The only thing is, the Doctor is holding onto her ankle and she's above him and she's wearing a nightie and he's looking up at her. He's basically looking right up her nightie.
And some people don't wear panties to bed. They go all natural. So, looking into another constellation there.
Well, let's not speculate on whether Amy wears underwear under her nightie.
Well, I think she doesn't.
You think she's that kind of girl?
I will say the way the energy she
I mean,
gives off-
let's be realistic. What 21-year-old in 2010 wears a nightie like that?
yeah, like, I'm sorry, where did you shop? Bon Marché? If you're from America, let me explain.
Ugh.
Bon Marché is an old lady shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look great, does it?
No.
Oh, we've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right, isn't it? I can't bear the pointless drama for the sake of drama that's clearly the producers poking with a stick.
Yeah.
I can't bear it. It's like, why can't they just get along and actually be happy for each other? Why does everything have to be, oh, I'm such a bitch because I'm gay?
Because
Like,
it's a TV show.
do you know what I mean? There's this, but the thing is, real gay people watch it and they base their personality on that because they think that's what they need to be like. There's a lot of mean gays in the world.
Oh, there are loads of mean gays in the world.
There's a lot of mean people, full stop. But
Yeah.
Anyway, so you like the concept of Starship UK?
Yeah.
Um,
Naff name, though.
Oh, what would you have called it? See, you can't come up with anything better.
Not on the spot. Star Glide. Space.
That sounds like a lube brand. Starglide.
Her Majesty. So that, I don't know, this is a bit twee, but like an acronym that spells out Wales.
Oh, for God's
Or whale.
sake. Yeah, I think Starship UK was fine. What did you think of the Smilers?
Remind me that he's watched Big too many times.
Oh, yeah, the what's it called? The
It's like,
Zoltar, whatever it is.
and also, it's a bit naff.
Yeah.
Okay, that face where it can turn around 3 times.
Oh, I know, yeah, it's weird.
No, it needs 3 facets. It doesn't, it has 2.
I know. I think it's supposed to be uncanny. But it does annoy me a little bit that it goes 180 degrees and then it goes 180 degrees again and it's something different.
And then it goes 180 degrees again and it's something different.
Yeah. Do you know, I don't mind them. I think they're quite cool up until the point when the box opens and they stand up and walk about. And it's a bit like, oh, really? They could have done that the whole time. It looks a bit weird.
They're robots.
Mm. And then when the men can do it as well, the Winders.
Half human.
Half Smiler.
Yeah. That's weird.
Doesn't make any sense. How can you be half Smiler?
Cyborg.
Yeah, it's weird though.
It's a little bit weird. It's like, I do get what you mean. How can you be half? Because you would have to have your flesh disconnected.
Mm.
Your face would not be a real face.
Mm.
It would just be anthropomorphic fleshy bits.
Yeah. It feels like an idea that Moffat just went, oh, that would be cool. Because he had the idea for the Smilers and then was like, imagine if there's someone you think's a human and then their face just turns round and they're a Smiler. Like, but without really going into much detail.
Yeah.
The Smilers themselves do make me think of, you know, when you're driving and then there's a speed limit thing. And if you're going at the right speed, it flashes up a smiley face. And then if you're going over the speed limit, it flashes up a sad face. My dad says he hates those and finds them really patronising.
That's because your dad is always speeding. He probably never gets a smiley face. They were a bit weird.
Yeah.
It was a bit like, oh, he's a teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, He's in an elevator. Oh, he's
They're
down the road at the fish market.
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked that at the beginning, though, the classroom. I feel like it's quite a classic sci-fi thing of, like, what will classrooms look like in the future? I'm sure I've read a book when I was a kid and it had a scene in, like, or maybe I wrote it. Maybe we had to write a short story in school, and I wrote a thing about if you got a 0 on your test or something, like this laser would come down from the ceiling and like zap you.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe I read it in a book. I don't know.
There's Ben. He said, "Good, well done, Ben."
I know. I loved that.
Well done, Ben.
I feel like I should clip that out, and then every time you guess something that turns out to be correct, I should just play it.
Has Ben ever been a companion?
Yes, I told you that in the 60s. He was very attractive. And there's been a Stephen, but spelt with a V, not a PH.
Oh dear.
So Matt Smith,
Yeah.
you've now seen another episode of.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying him more than you did last week?
No.
No? Why not?
Probably marginally.
I think marginally you are, because you laughed at a couple of his lines and his delivery.
That doesn't mean you're enjoying the whole performance, though.
Yeah, but there must be something positive there.
I guess. I don't know. No, I just don't like his portrayal really at the moment.
Okay. It's more alien than David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston. They were both quite human doctors. He's now gone very much into the reminding you that he is not human.
And he takes it out on people. Poor Amy.
Yeah, but you can understand where he was coming from.
But he's allowed to act on impulse, but no one else.
No, but he wasn't angry when she acted on impulse.
No, he was.
Well, he was a little bit, and then she said, and you could have killed the star whale. But no, when he shouted was when Liz 10 was trying to speak to him, and he said, nobody human has anything to say to me today. Because of the decisions that they keep pressing forget and allowing that to happen.
What, does the video tell them that it's a whale?
Yeah. They obviously didn't show us that, because...
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, subliminal messaging is a lot of fun. And he's commented many times on how much weaker the human brain is compared to his.
Yeah.
He's an asshole, don't like him.
Well, how do you think David Tennant would have reacted in this situation?
He'd be like, I understand.
I don't agree. I think fundamentally his reaction would have been the same. He would have just obviously played it differently. But I think he would have been just as disgusted with humanity.
Liz 10, Liz 10, 10, 10, Liz 10.
She's the bloody queen, mate. You laughed at that.
Did I?
Yeah, when she
said, I'm cool.
She had those 2 guns and she just shot the Smilers. And then she was like, I'm the bloody queen, mate. Basically, I rule.
She's 300 years old.
Yeah.
She catches the doctor up.
Hardly. She's like
She's
a
1/3
third of his age, yeah. But also, she only remembers 10 years.
She's abdicated now, though.
Yeah.
Unless they're like, oh, it actually worked out for the better, so you could stay queen.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Quite surprised that the UK still has a royal family in 1,000 years' time. That's a bit fanciful. I'm surprised we'd still have one in 2024, actually, but yeah.
Imagine if they got rid of the royal family.
Yeah.
And then you suddenly just saw Camilla Parker Bowles working at McDonald's. Hello, darling. What would you like for lunch today? You'd like a Big Mac meal, would you? I can't say I've ever had a McDonald's, so I can't help you with your choices.
I think there's some really good stuff in this episode. I think it's all right, but it does feel like there's a lot of different ideas that he tried to squish together. So this thing about the voting booth and like, what was it? Every 5 years, everyone forgets what they've learned, which is meant to be a jab at like every election. People still vote in the Tory. Well, it would have been the Tories at this point.
You don't know that?
Yeah, because it was like March 2010. It was just tail end of Labour.
What, in the 29th century?
No. I'm talking
you mean in real life?
Yeah, I'm talking about him making a statement about real life politics. But basically the idea that...
oh, maybe he's the Conserve.
I don't know what he is. But I'm not saying Labour of the 2000s was making all the right choices either. No. But, you know, yeah. What was your favourite thing about this episode?
Probably Liz 10.
Yeah?
Yeah. She reminds me of someone. I don't know who she is.
So the actress is Sophie Okonedo. I'm not sure what you might have seen her in.
I'm Liz 10, babes.
Yeah. When did you realise that she was a queen?
Until when she said I'm the bloody queen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So she didn't pick up on the clues about when she was like, oh, tea and scones with Liz 2, Vicky were a bit on the fence about you, weren't she? She was going through all these other monarchs.
Oh yeah, I got that she was talking about the monarchs.
But you didn't realise she was including herself?
No.
Ah.
Because I didn't think they had a monarchy.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Because I thought they had this like secret like government.
Yeah.
Because they kept on cutting to that man, who
Yeah.
I thought was Peter Capaldi at one point.
No, but do you know who he was?
No.
Terence Hardiman, who was best known for the Demon Headmaster.
Oh, that's who he is. He did look familiar.
Yeah, he looks exactly the same as the Demon Headmaster.
Why have we stopped using headmaster? That's the question.
Head teacher's
it
just more
makes it
inclusive.
gender neutral.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, headmistress is a thing.
Yeah, exactly. But why does it have to be? Yeah, why can't? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Personally, I think mistress sounds lesser than master, don't you? So a head teacher just equalises it.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like headmistress, because of oppression and history, you shouldn't think it's lesser, but yeah.
Yeah, language is a funny thing. Something I think is interesting here is that you see when he has to tell Amy about the Time War and that the Time Lords are not around anymore, his attitude towards it is very different now.
Because he's met them.
It's partly that, and I think it's just, his 9th and 10th incarnations were very much shaped by the Time War and the trauma of it, and they carried it around the whole time. I think now he's got to a point where, it still affects him, but he's not going to dwell on it and mope about it like the 10th Doctor did all the time. He's just like, some stuff happened, but I'm here now, let's move on, let's get on with it.
That's because he saw the man who wanted to ascend to consciousness.
Rassilon, yeah.
I still don't get that.
Yeah. Do you like their chemistry, Matt Smith and Karen Gillan? I think they work well together.
It feels very similar to Eki and Rose.
Yeah?
Yeah. I do like Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
I do like her a lot. I just want her to take that nail paint off.
What's she wearing?
A red nail paint. I don't mind the colour. I just want her to have like more almond shapes.
Yeah. Well, you could talk about many things about Karen Gillan though, so like without focusing on her nails. Like,
she gives a good performance.
Yeah.
You can see why Hollywood was like, oh, hello.
Yeah.
Want to come over?
Yeah.
Want to come over to the pond?
They do comedy very well together, as well as the serious stuff. There's quite a few bits in this episode I like where, when they're about to slide down as the floor's opening up, the Doctor goes, say wee, and she just goes, ah! It was funny. And then they land in the mouth.
In the mouth.
On the tongue. When he works out that it's a tongue that they're standing on, he's like, okay, so you're going to have to brace yourself because the next word's the scary one. It's a tongue. And he just looks so happy because it's like so cool. Like there, and she's like, what the fuck?
I thought it was going to be an episode where they have to go through a digestive tract.
That would have been cool, wouldn't it?
And like they meet people, like people who have been making the journey, but they've got stuff.
They've got swallowed or whatever. Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Because I thought the boy was going to be in the mouth.
Yes. Again, see, that's what I mean. Like, there's so many ideas here that you could take, and they could be their own episode.
Yeah.
But they shoved them all together into this big melting pot. And
This I do agree that this episode feels a bit of a hodgepodge, and I do feel like this episode has got enough material to stretch over 2, but then episodes that don't have enough material get stretched into 2.
That's what you always say, yeah.
Yes, and you agree.
I can see your point, yeah. And they get covered in sick.
Yeah, but sick is made out of like acid, which would burn them.
No.
Yes.
If you're sick on somebody, they don't get burnt.
That's because it's not whale from the sky.
Oh. Okay.
Why is the whale pink?
Because it's a star whale.
You would think that a star whale would want to blend into the surroundings so it doesn't get hunted.
Yeah. I have a question. Do you think the star whale is the same as the creature thing that was in the Meat episode of Torchwood that they were cutting out of?
Yes.
I think it is, yeah.
Yes.
Because that came through the rift, so it could have come from any time back when there were loads of them.
Yes, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
It's lost its luster because it's no longer in dildo formation. I'm sorry, but it looked like a dildo.
Ben, I really don't think so.
Oh my god, it has some fancy things at the back. So it's like business in the front, party in the back.
Have you ever seen a dildo that looks like that?
There was a crack! There was a crack.
There was a crack in the starship at the end, yeah.
And it was glowing.
What did you think about that?
Something's wrong.
Why is there a crack in it?
That's actually a baby inside.
A baby in the whale?
Baby star whale.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
We're going to come back to this because they wouldn't have shown that if we're not going to come back to it.
Well, you might have to wait and see.
No, just tell me!
No, why? We're going to watch it. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, that means yes.
Well, obviously it means something. They wouldn't just put it there, would they?
Going to be a part of the arc. Oh, it's part of the cracks in time. It's part of the whole... She had a crack in her
bedroom.
Now there's the crack here, cracks across time, and then what did the alien say last time? Time will fall.
Silence will fall.
Silence will fall. Okay, something is coming out of the cracks.
Right. Did you notice the shape of the crack in
Harry Potter?
No. But it's the same. It's the same shape as the crack in her bedroom wall.
How do you know that?
Because it is. It's kind of like a smile. A bit like a smile.
How do you know that?
It just is. So yeah, Amy was able to work it out at the end. Was able to see the truth that it was actually doing it out of its own kindness of its own heart.
Doing what?
Driving the ship.
Yeah, but where?
Just piloting it. Just allowing it to float.
But where?
Around.
Where's the other ships going?
They're just waiting for the solar flares to stop.
Oh. Just because you're up in space doesn't mean they've not experienced solar flare. There's ships.
Yeah, so they've gone out of the way of the solar flares, which are engulfing the Earth currently. But I think the plan is to go back to Earth once it's passed.
Oh.
But it's been 300 years, so...
Don't hold your breath, loves.
But yeah, I feel like Amy's proved herself as a companion.
Yeah, they had to do it because she was going to go home or not.
Yeah, he was angry and he said, as soon as we're done with this, I'm taking you home.
Yeah.
Because so when she watched the video, she pressed forget and she told herself to get the doctor off the ship. And the doctor was angry that she had decided to withhold information from him.
Oh.
But she was doing that because she knew he'd be faced with an impossible choice.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think she was right or do you think she should have told him?
I don't think she could control it.
Why not?
I think the video was full of brainwashy stuff.
Oh,
so
maybe.
I don't think she was in right frame of mind to make any decisions.
Yeah, the thing is we'll never know because she clicked forget and so...
Well, everyone clicks forget.
Yeah.
So that's a big clue that they're controlling the public.
Some people click protest, but if they click protest, they fall down and they get eaten.
Oh, where was Mandy's parents after all this happening?
No idea. Perhaps they went down into the beast below.
And there was a tower called Surrey.
Yeah.
A tower called...
Devon,
Yorkshire, I saw.
Yeah.
Well, is that where all the people live, from that tower?
That's the idea, yeah. Yeah.
I do think it was a good twist, though.
The twist of...
That the thing that was, trying to attack... Why has it got scorpion tails?
They are just... I think they're just tendrils, tentacles or something. They said something about it being like a root. And he said it was part of the creature reaching out.
Oh, it's penis.
Oh, why is everything a penis?
But what I was going to say, the creature was not bad. It was the people who were bad.
Exactly, yeah.
That twist was good.
Yeah, they were corrupt.
Under her power.
Yeah. But
and
the
how
thing
did
is...
they stop her ageing?
Oh, I don't know, it's 1,000 years in the future. They managed to slow her body clock somehow. But what I was just thinking was, the men the Demon Headmaster Man and that, they were in charge of it all.
Yeah.
They knew what was happening with the whale.
Yeah.
But they are part of the British population, so surely they should be voting. So they should all be pressing the forget button, which means they would not know.
Doesn't have to vote.
Oh, I suppose you don't have to, do you?
Yeah, you don't have to vote.
It's not legal obligation. But yeah, I loved when he said, he asked Mandy what she voted, and she was like, I'm not eligible to vote, I'm 12.
Yeah, but the thing is though, where's their parents?
I don't know, man.
Why didn't she run down to her parents? And what was this whole thing, children who get bad scores get eaten by the whale?
He said the less desirable members of society or something. So basically they're saying that children that are lower intelligence are going to just be eaten.
But they don't get eaten.
No, because the whale doesn't like to eat them. So then they make them work or something. Again, it's too much tried to shove into one episode. And also, I mean, you know this as well, but just because you get 0 on a test doesn't mean you're useless to society.
Oh, 100%.
Learning is not linear. Anyway, so Amy talked a bit more about her wedding. She told the little girl, Mandy, that she's getting married, and she was like, and then she said to the doctor about, have you ever run away from something because you were scared or not ready? But she still hasn't told him.
No. That means Rory's not going to be in this series.
Do you think?
Yeah. I don't know. Something tells me that she's going to stay on for another series.
Okay.
I don't know, but I just don't know if Matt Smith is... He might be a one-show pony.
Yeah, well, I'm not telling you any of that. I've decided, I think, when it comes to big cast changes, that I'm going to just let it unfold and let you see it happen when it happens. But yeah, then we had that little teaser where the phone rang, and it was Winston Churchill.
Yeah. It's not the most convincing Winston Churchill I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, what's his name? John Lithgow in The Crown is pretty good.
He's the best.
Yeah. But did you not see The Shadow?
It's me! Of course I saw the fucking shadow. I was just a bit like, oh, crying out loud. When will you die?
They won't.
I hate the dolls.
They will always be back. Yeah, so the next episode is called Victory of the Daleks.
Oh.
And it's by Mark Gatiss.
Is that Mark Gatiss in that costume?
What, as Winston Churchill?
Yeah.
No, that's Ian McNeice.
Don't know that is.
But no, it's written by Mark Gatiss, who wrote The Unquiet Dead and The Idiot's Lantern.
Oh.
The Wire. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think about the weird, like, poetry? Like, the test card girl at the beginning, who's like, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. I don't know what the words were, but she sounded like that. And then she's like, one has a smile, the other has teeth. Whatever. It was weird.
Oh.
And why was she the test card girl from the BBC?
Oh, and it felt like 1940s.
What did?
Didn't feel like today. Didn't feel like in the future when you were on the ship. Felt very back in time.
Did it?
Yeah. Didn't feel futuristic at all.
Oh, okay.
How long did they strap the thing down to build on it?
Oh, a while. I don't know how long it would take.
Years, probably.
Yeah. And also, sorry, just another thing that just occurred to me while we were watching it today. The creature was kind, and it volunteered itself to rescue them. Yeah. And they didn't realise, and they tried to trap it and torture it. For 300 years, they tortured it to make it drive their ship. Why would it then, when it gets released, still want to help them? After 300 years of torture?
The children.
You think that's the reason?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they'd been torturing it for 300 years.
Yeah.
They could have just escaped and run away.
They probably thought it was hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was too many, like you said, too many strands.
Mm-hmm.
Too many, not enough fleshed out, not enough. It did feel very weak for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's not one of my favourites, but it when I watched it this time, it was a lot better than I remembered it, if I'm honest. I think I like the fun of Amy and the Doctor having a good first trip together.
Yeah.
So last week, the 11th hour, you put in Puke, which was 2 stars. Did you enjoy this more than last week?
Marginally, but it's still in Puke.
Marginally, but it's still in Puke.
Yeah.
I mean, quite appropriate, I suppose, given that they got covered in sick. So you're still giving it 2 stars?
Yep.
Okay.
Puke, puke, puke. Let's pray it gets better. Have we watched your favourite episode of this series yet?
No. The finale's really good. I'm looking forward to that. So for me, last time I gave the 11th hour 4 stars, I put it in Squiddly Diddly. I think I do enjoy it a bit less than the 11th hour. I still think it's not bad, but I'm going to give it 3 stars, put it in the middle with Anywho. Let us know what you think of our new rating system of doing the tiers. I think it's quite a refreshing change. It's a bit easier than trying to fit it in an actual position.
I find it really hard to know, I like this episode.
Yeah, and also we've watched so many now, you forget. You've forgotten a lot of them. But yeah. So we're coming towards the end, but before we finish, I wanted to share a couple of messages that we've had recently. Now this first one is actually a voice note that comes from a listener called Penny Joe.
Hello, Stephen and Ben. I'm loving your podcast. I've also been a Doctor Who fan since 2005 with Christopher Eccleston, and I watched it with my daughter. And thanks to your podcast, I'm watching it again and really enjoying it. And also because you guys are watching the Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood, and I've never watched those. So I've been watching those and then listening to your podcast to see how you debrief it. So anyway, I really enjoy it. Thanks a lot. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Penny Joe.
Yeah, thank you, Penny. Joe.
Penny Joe.
God, Ben's off on one again.
Penny Joe. Your name is very singable.
Okay, that's appropriate because she's a singer-songwriter. Yeah, that was a lovely message. It's nice that we are inspiring you to rewatch such a great show, but also to explore those other ones that you haven't yet. Although Ben's fallen off the Sarah Jane wagon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a T-Wood fan.
Yeah, you like your Torchwood.
I do like my Torchwood. It was very good. Did enjoy it a lot.
We've only got one more series of that left.
It's better than Doctor Who by a lot.
You say that. There are some episodes you hated.
Yeah, but it's still better.
Overall.
The ones I hated are also better than the best Doctor Who episodes.
No, that's not true. That's definitely not true. Right, so Day 1 with the sex gas monster is better than Human Nature, Family of Blood. No. Absolutely not.
I can't remember the...
Trust me, you would not... If you remembered them,
I don't
you would
want
not
to
be
see
saying that.
sex gas because I remember them having sex in a toilet and that's weird.
It was weird. And we also got a message from Tony, who's one of our newest patrons. Tony says, "Hi, just wanted to say I'm absolutely loving the pod. Found you guys a few weeks ago and binged all episodes within 2 weeks and felt empty when there was no more to listen to."
Sorry for you, my voice for 2 weeks.
I've loved Doctor Who since I was a child. My mum said 4-year-old me cried my eyes out at the end of Doomsday, so I've always been invested in it. And it's so interesting getting both yours and Ben's point of view of each episode. Much love, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. I always find it really interesting when people say that they've watched Doctor Who from such a young age, because I never got that experience. I wonder what I would have made of it at such a young age. But yeah, sweet that you cried at Doomsday. I still cry at it now. Ben didn't cry.
No, I'm a husk. I've got an ice heart.
No. Thank you for listening, everyone.
This has been a weird episode.
Yeah, because you've been off your rocker.
I have been off my rocker today.
Before we actually wrap up, I just want to give a big shout out to our wonderful patrons. Patreon, shout outs. Patreon, shout outs. Don't think there's a voice I could do for this one.
Maybe Liz 10.
Oh, all right, then I'll be Liz 10. I'll be bloody Liz 10, mate. Basically, these are our patrons.
You're making her sound like a mafia person. Is she American?
No, she's English, mate.
Cocky. No. Cockney.
Well, she's putting on a Cockney accent for this, but she ain't got a Cockney accent in real life.
Oh. Imagine if the Queen actually had a Cockney accent.
I think that's the part of the joke, mate. That's why you can't think she could possibly be the Queen, mate.
Mate.
Anyway, ready?
Yeah.
Here are our wonderful patrons.
I thought you were starting off, and I thought you said there was a new patron called Ia. If your name's Ia, that's good.
Yeah. Right. Louisa. Philip. Northerly. Jason. Tom. Louis. Michael. Heather. Benny. Caleb. Monica. Amber. Jess. Kaylee. Kieran. Jay. Owen. Natalie. Imogen. Sarah. Aaron. Jake. Matt. Ryan. Janie.
Just Janie.
Ryan.
Elijah.
Scott. And Tony, mate.
And Tony.
Thank you to all you wonderful patrons. Basically, you rule. We will be back next week, having watched Victory of the Daleks.
Can't be a victory of the Daleks because the Daleks don't win.
How do you know?
Because the Doctor always stops them.
Maybe he doesn't. Or maybe it's just a reference to Churchill victory. Anyway, I'm dreading to ask this, but are you looking forward to it?
No.
Classic Ben.
I'm just not enjoying this series, sorry.
It's okay, it's not for everyone. Not every era of Doctor Who is for everyone.
I miss my tanny boy, my tanny boy.
Clearly...
I miss my tanny boy, my tanny boy.
Yeah. Clearly, Series 4 has been your peak with Tennant and Donna. Yeah, you may not be enjoying this series so far, but give it a chance. You might just need a bit of getting used to the new vibe. We will love you and leave you. And until next time...
Stay cool, stay safe,
Stay fantastic!